fall, folks burn piles of brush that could have fed our soil for 20 years. We're tossing out free water and nutrients in one afternoon. Meanwhile, an alpine rebel buried wood to grow lemons right in the snow. These soil mounds became a powerhouse lasting 20 years. No dragging hoses, no buying fertilizer, and zero headache. Why'd we quit using the one trick that cures drought in your own backyard? The truth goes against every rule in the modern farming playbook. Now, Sepp Holzer didn't mean to start a revolution. He just kept his eyes on the mountains and his ears to the ground. Back in the 1980s in Austria, his quiet ways turned that farm into a real war zone. Inspectors brought clipboards and tickets to measure his illegal ponds. By the way, subscribe for more farm secrets. Every dirt mound and log pile he buried just brought on another fine. Sepp's neighbors played it safe with flatland straight lines and the usual approved crops. He piled up old logs into hills and grew lemons where only pine trees belonged. Authorities called it reckless. They were scared of floods washing soil away and the chaos of wild nature. They slapped him with violation notices, dozens of them in just 1 year. By the end of the decade, he was known as the most fined farmer around. "I'm the most fined farmer alive," he'd say with a little grin. Those penalties stacked up. First, thousands of shillings and then euros later on. Every ticket was just a demand to go back to the old, boring ways. But Sepp kept on building even when they threatened to take his land away. In 1986, after a big rain, the law blamed him for making illegal water mounds. He paid the fine and fought back, proving his ponds actually stopped the floods they were worried about. In 1989, things got heated and the board tried to seize his whole farm. Sepp's answer was simple. He just invited them out to see what he was growing. Citrus, kiwis, and grapes were thriving on hillsides that used to grow nothing but weeds. His place was pumping out 10 times the food of any neighbor nearby. By 1992, his results spoke louder than those fines. Like this video if you love natural farming. "My harvests shut them up," he wrote. Officials couldn't ignore those clear results. Lemon trees were heavy with fruit, and the veggies thrived without any watering or store-bought fertilizer. Sepp's grit turned every single penalty into proof that his way worked. He watched their rules go up in smoke, while his soil just got richer. Fines never stopped him. They just made him more sure. Nature given a chance can outlive any government red tape. This isn't just about fighting. It's about trusting old wood, the slow process of rot, and the quiet strength of a wild hillside garden that just won't quit. Lemons hang in the cold mountain air, looking bright and yellow against a backdrop of pure white snow. Up on those steep terraces, kiwi vines wrap around spruce trees while their fuzzy fruit grows big under chilly mountain skies. Sweet grapes ripen where neighbors struggle just to get grass to grow. You won't find a single hose snaking through these garden beds. No noisy sprinklers are clicking away in the middle of the night. Water rises from the earth through roots in that buried wood. Share this to help a fellow gardener. This dark soil smells like success. I'm from Lost Farm. Secrets, happy planting, come back soon. Early October brings the frost, but you'd be surprised how warm the dirt stays around Holzer's citrus trees. Even when it's freezing out, fresh green sprouts are popping through the mulch, fueled by the heat of old logs breaking down underneath. Those citrus trees aren't sickly or struggling at all. They're actually loaded down with fruit and have those deep green, shiny leaves we all want. You'll even see kiwis, which usually need way warmer weather, growing right next to mountain pines. The baskets are filled with colors that honestly shouldn't exist at this altitude. If you like these tips, hit that subscribe button. We're talking about picking lemons, grapes, and even figs way up here. Folks from all over the valley just stop and stare in disbelief. Even the government inspectors who used to come with rule books are now just snapping pictures. You just can't argue with the results when they're staring you in the face. Where most people see a rocky, useless hillside, Holzer is pulling in a massive harvest. And get this, there are no fancy greenhouses or expensive watering systems hidden here. The real magic is actually happening right under your boots. Every mound is packed tight with old logs and brush layered, just like a forest floor, then topped with soil. As that wood rots, it soaks up rain and melted snow like a giant sponge. Plant roots just reach down and tap into that hidden water supply when things get dry. Even during those long, dry summers, these beds stay nice and damp. These crops survive heat waves and late frosts that usually ruin everyone else's fields. But those mounds do a lot more than just hold on to water. As those logs crumble, they pump out a steady diet of nitrogen, phosphorus, and calcium for decades. The heat from that rotting wood keeps the ground warm on cold nights, giving you weeks of extra growing time. Each mound creates its own little microclimate, like a slice of sunny Italy right in the middle of the Alps. People walk along these terraces and just can't believe what they're seeing. They're tasting fresh lemons that never spent a single day under glass. They can run their hands through rich soil that stays moist, even in the middle of July. For 20 years, these beds have produced food without any fertilizer, watering, or chemicals. Drop a comment if you've tried this. The proof isn't in some book. It's in the sweet, fragrant fruit that follows nature's own laws. At the core of every Hugelkultur mound is a simple miracle we often ignore. Old rotting wood is basically a natural sponge. It's not just a figure of speech, it's a physical reality designed by nature itself. The cell walls in wood are made of lignin, which creates a maze of tiny holes and tunnels. When that wood starts breaking down, those little pathways open up even wider. Rain and snowmelt soak right in, filling up every single one of those tiny chambers. Tests show that old pine logs can soak up 5 times their own weight in water. That's over 500%. Even oak, which takes longer to rot, still doubles or triples its weight with moisture. This isn't just a theory, folks. It's pure physics at work. From the outside, a Hugelkultur bed looks like a regular dirt mound with some mulch and vines. But if you stick a moisture meter deep inside, you'll see the real story. Share this with a friend who loves gardening. In the scorching July heat, when other gardens are wilting, that probe finds moisture like it just rained. Readings often show 40 to 60% moisture right inside the heart of the mound. Even if the surface soil is cracking in the sun, those buried logs are slowly feeding water to the roots. It's a secret underground tank that refills every time a storm passes through. The secret to all that water-holding power is simply the way wood decomposes. As fungi and microbes munch on the wood, it loses its density and becomes porous. A heavy piece of pine that used to sink will eventually become light and airy. Thanks for watching Lost Farm Secrets. God bless. Research shows old pine gets super light, hitting 0.18 grams per cubic centimeter, basically losing over half its hefty weight. Every gram of crumbly rot acts like a sponge for water. When skies stay dry, your plants still drink, while ground looks like dust. Friends, this means you can finally stop dragging that heavy garden hose around. No more sad floppy leaves or lost harvests this July. This isn't just luck. It's thanks to how these mounds are built up. Each log, twig, and pile of leaves builds a hidden water vault here. Mounds might shrink, but the center stays a soaking oasis for thirsty plants. Farmers everywhere see this quiet garden miracle. Out in the Northwest, one lady ditched her watering can by year 2 because her soil stayed perfectly damp all season. Subscribe to Lost Farm Secrets for more big garden tips. Sepp Holzer's land stayed lush even when his neighbors' wells were bone dry. City folks using scrap wood and curbside branches grow monster veggies through heat waves without ever touching the spigot. Tell us your garden story in the comments. This trick is a dream for folks wanting less work and lower bills. Sweat once during building and watch the mound handle watering for decades. Hidden logs do double duty, feeding dirt and sipping water up to roots from underneath. Just check the data, or better yet, stick your hand in. It'll come out wet even after weeks of sunshine on your little farm plot. There's no magic here. It's just wood science keeping your garden happy and very healthy. Underneath that dirt, every single mound has a secret engine chugging along. Once you bury that wood, it stops being just a tank and turns into a natural, cozy outdoor garden heater. Tiny bugs and mushrooms get busy inside logs, munching through all those tough fibers. You can't see them, but they generate real heat. As wood breaks down, it sends out warmth, heating up garden beds from the bottom. In a freezing mountain winter soil over a buried log stays a few degrees toastier than the surrounding frozen fields and air. Hit that share button for your neighbors. This warmth isn't just cozy, it gives plants a survival edge. Seeds wake up much faster. Late frosts might kill normal gardens, but these mounds push up enough warmth to keep your tender little sprouts safe and sound. Come fall, you'll pick fresh tomatoes and squash long after your neighbor's garden has turned brown and withered up. Heat is just the start. Over time, that old wood stops being fuel and becomes a massive savings account for your soil's future health. Remember, rotting logs are a marathon, not a sprint. Tough timber like oak can take 20 years to fully vanish. For decades, they leak nitrogen, phosphorus, and calcium exactly when your veggies need a snack. Don't forget to subscribe for more farm-fresh dirt. You won't see growth spurts followed by a crash. It's just steady growth. Instead, your dirt gets a constant, dependable feed. Every spring, roots dive deep to find brand new food stashes. Each fall, the mound sits lower, but the dirt gets much richer inside. Actual garden tests prove that Holzer's old-school methods really work like a charm. A solid wood mound bed keeps crops fed for 20 years without buying any extra fertilizer. Rain won't wash away the goodness, and sun won't burn it all out. Nutrition stays tucked inside wood until tiny microbes decide it is time to share. Even 10 years later, dirt inside that mound will test higher for nutrients than any of the ground sitting right around it. This isn't a quick fix, it's a legacy. The way this slow-release system works is beautiful and powerful for plants. Rotting wood builds a massive playground for good soil life. Fungi knit through wood, delivering minerals to roots. I am from Lost Farm Secrets. Happy planting, stay blessed, and come back soon. Microbes break down tough bits into simple plant food. Earthworms tunnel through that softening wood, mixing it with soil and leaving behind trails of castings that are rich in plant food. Every critter in this dirt crew works at its own speed. Together, they turn old logs into living fertility. For us gardeners, this means less sweat every year and way more abundance as each new season passes. No need to haul heavy bags of fertilizer or fret about your soil running out of steam. This mound handles feeding and heating quietly and all on autopilot. This system relies on patience and plenty of trust. Trust in that slow magic of rot and the wisdom of letting nature's processes work for decades. In a world chasing instant fixes, Hugelkultur offers something truly rare and special. It is a promise that a good foundation makes your land richer every year. Flat fields became the norm once big machines started rolling over the land. After 1920, tractors and harvesters needed a perfectly smooth surface to work. No bumps or mounds allowed, nothing could snag a wheel or jam a plow. That old way of building hills from buried logs soon fell out of style. It wasn't because it failed, it just didn't fit the logic of those new machines. A tractor covers a flat acre, fast planting row after row without ever stopping. Efficiency became a numbers game: cover more ground and earn way more yield. Fields were scraped flat and brush burned to suit machines instead of deep roots. The lure of speed and scale replaced the patient, slow fertility of buried wood. When mounds vanished, so did those hidden tanks of water and life-giving nutrients. What remained was a blank slate, easy for iron, but hungry for fertilizer and water. Start your project by cutting a shallow trench right into the green grass. The base is always the same. The biggest, oldest, punkiest logs you can find. Oak and maple are best because hardwoods break down slow to feed soil. Avoid cedar or walnut. Those woods will poison your roots and stop the mound. Stack logs tight, then fill every gap with smaller branches and little twigs. This is no loose pile. Remember that every air pocket is a future sinkhole. Pack every crack with greens. Subscribe for more. Old wood craves nitrogen, so use grass clippings, fresh manure, or even urine. Skip this, and microbes will end up stealing nitrogen right from your plants. That is the nitrogen trap, leading to yellow leaves and total disappointment. Once the greens are thick, cap the mound with 1 foot of soil and mulch. Soak it well during that first year of growth. After that, the mound handles the rest. One retired teacher hasn't even touched her garden hose since the second spring. She built her mound with maple logs, clippings, and plenty of manure. In the August heat, her soil stays cool and damp. She jokes her tomatoes drink more from the earth than the tap. Her water bill dropped so fast the city thought her meter was broken. A frugal neighbor turned his old brush pile into a winding garden bed. He tracked every dollar. Comment your thoughts. No more fertilizer bags. He just layers in kitchen scraps and autumn leaves. By the end of the first year, his harvest was the largest seen. The savings paid for his seeds 2 times over. Stay blessed at Lost Farm Secrets. A friend of mine watched her little sprouts turn pale and stunted. She skipped the manure, trusting way too much in raw timber logs. New wood is a nitrogen hog. That lesson came mighty fast. She added grass and compost. Soon the bed greened up beautifully. Hit that like button. If you have made garden mistakes too, her stubborn mound now yields plenty of squash and peas today. Folks all around here say this simple trick works every time. Bury those branches and Mother Earth rewards you for many years. While prices skyrocket, stop burning, what could be your garden reservoir? Subscribe to Lost Farm Secrets for more practical and resilient farm tips. We are building a legacy of healthy soil that outlives us. Mother Earth remembers. See you back at Lost Farm Secrets, friends.